The most awful thing happened last night. We were watching TV and a McDonald's commercial came on. It was some kind of like sausage biscuit, I think, which is crazy. I really don't typically care about sausage biscuits, but it hit me. I wanted a sausage biscuit. And I had one today. I'm gonna show you what I did. A critical element in successfully changing your eating habits is substitutes. If you told me I could never have a brownie, I would not be happy about that. Now, I'm crazy committed to my health. I might commit to live without brownies, but I would not be happy about that. And God made food look good and taste good. It should make us happy. And so many times I think people falsely assume that a healthy diet tastes bad or that they have limited choices, and so they don't even try it. And so they just give up, partly because they're sugar burners and they're addicted literally to the chemicals or the sugars in the food that they're eating. But I want to challenge you, if you really want to value your health, if you want to make some changes, open your mind. Because when you consider two things, number one, substitutes, and number two, diet variation, that opens up a whole new world. In our family, there are very few things that we never eat because I can find substitutes for most of them. And in our emails, we're sending out some healthy brownie recipes coming up. So here's what I did. Now, I grew up in the country and we couldn't just run to the grocery store every day. So we had freezers and pantry, and that's my habit. That's the way I grew up. So I have freezers full of food. My pantry is full of food. Ooh, the prepper group that I studied with last week told me I wasn't supposed to tell everybody that. So pretend you didn't hear that. So these things I had in my freezer. So I was able to make some healthy substitutes and have that sausage biscuit that was so good. I promise you, so good. So this is a Mikey's English muffin. Let me see if I can, you know what? I think I've got the camera turned backwards. I don't know if you'll be able to read that. It may be backwards. Water, eggs, almond flour, coconut flour, apple cider vinegar, egg whites, baking soda, sea salt. Really good ingredients. And 5 grams of carbs in one English muffin. And 3 grams of fiber. So you only have 2 grams of net carbs and you have 9 grams of protein. This is a great substitute. They have a couple of different flavors. They're very hard to find. Now that we moved to Austin, I shop at natural grocers. I mean, you know that mostly I shop with the farmer, directly at the farm. So I don't buy very much at the grocery store, but they do have this at natural grocers. Then what I did is I had some pork is not the healthiest food. I don't eat it very often. But if I am going to eat pork, Applegate is a pretty good brand, but I do buy it from my farmer so that I can look in his eyes and talk to him about what those pigs eat and what kind of lifestyle the pigs have. So I had some pork sausage. I love chicken sausage. I usually have that, but since we moved, I haven't found a good source for that. So Applegate might be a good option for you because this is something you can get pretty much at any health food store. So I had my English muffin, my sausage patty, and some raw cheese. And oh my goodness, it was so good. I had it with some kombucha. That's what I drank with it. So let's talk about a couple of other substitutes. You know what I would love to hear from you in the comments section below? I would love to see what is your greatest challenge. Or send me an email and I'd be happy to make an email series for you. Or join us in foreveryoungacademy.health. We have our Q&A call next week. Yes, next week on Wednesday. So it's the second and fourth Wednesday of the month at noon Central Time. And you can join our academy free for the first month, watch some of our online courses, join us on the Q&A call, and ask as many questions as you want. Well, honestly, I would limit it to an hour, but that's a lot of information. Ask me questions. What are your biggest challenges? When you think about trying to eat healthy, what kinds of things will stop you from doing that? I would love to support you in your journey, especially right now, the past year or two. Health has a completely different meaning, a completely different value for all of us. So for me, some of the other things that I keep in my freezer to satisfy those cravings that I don't get very often because I'm a fat burner. And so when you're a fat burner and you eat healthy food, the cravings start to go away. But I'll have things like, I'll mix up a batch of brownies and I'll freeze them in a glass, like a Pyrex, in the freezer. So if I want 1 or 2 chocolate chip cookies or brownies, I can go grab that out of the freezer. Or maybe a banana bread. That's what I have in here, is some healthy banana bread. So substitutes, number 1. Number 2 is diet variation. And to us at Health Centers of the Future, that means typically 1 24-hour fast once a week so that your body eats up bad cells. Then 5 days of a very low carb, high fat diet, healthy, moderate protein. And this is all real food, not packaged food. And then 1 day a week feasting, partly because it wakes up your body. It gives your body the carbs that it needs. It lets you eat those healthy fruits and higher carb veggies. And it just makes you happy. I mean, let's face it, happiness is important when we're eating. Another way diet variation might work for a woman who is still menstruating, you might want to have your feasting days before your period when you're getting PMS. There's a reason that happens, and it's because your body needs those carbs to convert toxic estrogen to and detoxify that toxic estrogen. So you might have a 3-day feast, and then maybe after your period you might do a 1 or 2 or 3 day fast. And we have lots of different kinds of fasts. You can do water, you can do broth, you can do a fast where you only eat meats and fats. That's called a carnivore diet. So lots of variation there. You might, in this time of year, for a month, eat higher carbs because you're eating out of your garden. You might eat a lower protein, lower fat diet with more fruits and vegetables. Or, again, this time of year, when you're on vacation, you might eat a higher carb diet while you're on vacation for a few days or a week, and then come back to your typical keto style diet, very low carb, high in healthy fats. So I would love to help you on your health journey. Follow us, like us, subscribe to us on social media. You have friends who are wondering the same questions. They're having the same struggles. Please share this information with them and let us know. Give us some questions. Let us know how we can help you. Because today my taste buds are so happy, and I want yours to be happy too.